last week on Seinfeld.
Our top story tonight, there has been a break in the so-called smog stranglings. Police have just released a photo of the suspect being sought in connection with the slayings. He is known only as Kramer.
Yeah.
It's George.
It's Elaine.
Come on up. Hey, Vinny, listen to them.
I never heard anything like this in my life. Listen to this.
This is exciting! Huh? Did I miss anything already?
Kramer, get in!
Where's the crazy man?
Hey! Sit down. Come on, it's about to start.
Hello and welcome to Seincast, a retrospective on all 180 episodes of Seinfeld, being hosted by two guys who still haven't figured out how to run their own lives. My name is Vinny.
My name's Matt.
Okay.
All right. Part 2.
We're back for part 2 of The Trip, second episode of season 4.
I'm sure everyone was just waiting by their computers for the next episode to drop. They didn't have to wait a week, just a day.
Yeah, only a couple seconds, right?
Yeah, well, it'll be a full day.
Oh, all right.
How do you think audiences dealt with the to be continued for Seinfeld? We're talking mid-August. Maybe the numbers aren't as high, but still, to wait a whole week to find out what happened.
I think cliffhangers put asses in the seats, if you will. Because, you know, especially Kramer was wanted for a as a serial killer. That I would think that'd bring a lot of people back the following week.
Right.
And especially back in that time when you didn't have as much access to a TV show, with it be Twitter, Facebook, all these online resources. All you got was that to be continued, and then you had to wait and hopefully catch a commercial about what could be on the following week.
It would have been a great twist if we found out that Kramer actually did murder those people, and the Seinfeld just took a really dark direction.
It spun off into, instead of Dexter, it was Kramer.
You're right. I think we'll leave the jokes to the professionals.
Oh,
here.
thanks.
You tell the jokes, I cut to the hair. So what episode, Vinny? Let's get through the nitty gritty. What episode are we talking about today?
The Trip, Part 2, second episode of Season 4, written by Larry Charles, directed by Tom Sharonis, and airing August 19th, 1992.
Right. This is technically like a summer episode.
Yes.
We have nothing really to add that we didn't bring up on the previous episode, other than Larry Charles, man. Really, whether or not you like his sense of humor or what he brings to the show, he's at least bringing something different to the show, which I think you and I, Vinny, always appreciate. That idea alone. This episode, compared to part 1, has so many like real locations, shooting on the streets, shooting in cars, actually driving, no blue screen. I forgot how few sets were used in this episode.
It really has a unique look and feel to it, which differs and kind of diverges from the Seinfeld look we've grown accustomed to. So it'll be interesting to see as season 4 goes on, and like we said last week, or last episode, it gets more polished. But it definitely has a different feeling as you're watching it. Right.
And that feeling, whether or not you like it, there's one thing I would assume everyone loves, and that's Jerry and George's relationship, their interaction this episode. So good. So good. One little bit of trivia, I guess. This is after The Trip Part 2 aired on August 19th. There was about a month or so until we get to see the pitch / the ticket, the proper premiere for season 4. And NBC decided to show some reruns between those. And they showed the limo, then they showed the Pez dispenser, followed by the suicide, and then the subway. So I'm not exactly sure why those episodes were chosen. Maybe they had higher ratings than the other episodes from season 3.
Well, because Pez dispenser is a quality choice. Subway's a great choice. Limo's kind of a unique choice because it's kind of deviates from the Seinfeld formula a little bit.
But I think it gives a little bit of that darker side of Seinfeld. This can be a dark, risque show.
As is the suicide, the name of the episode.
Yeah. But what do you say we get started?
Already.
There are many different jobs in the police. It seems to me that chalk outline guy is one of the better jobs that you can get. It's not too dangerous. The criminals are long gone. That seems like a good one. I don't know who they are. I guess they're people that wanted to be sketch artists, but they couldn't draw too well. Listen, Johnson, forget the sketches. Do you think if we left the dead body right there on the sidewalk, you could manage to trace around it? Could you do that? I don't even know how that helps them solve the crime. You know, they look at the thing on the ground. Oh, his arm was like that when he hit the pavement. That means the killer must have been Jim.
I love this stand-up. This one has stuck with me throughout the years as one of his best.
Yeah.
Chalk outline guy. What a great job to have when you're working for the police.
The last time I remembered a chalk outline being used was in The Naked Gun. They're visiting a crime scene. I think it's when Nordberg falls off the boat, and there's just this chalk outline in the water floating.
Oh, yeah.
Little, like, outline.
Good gag.
Yeah. But yeah, I never understood why they use chalk outlines. Just take a photo.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I do like how, Jerry has such a wonderful delivery and polish to each of his bits. But the funny thing is he always uses the same names when he's going to insert a name into the bit. So he'll use Johnson a lot. He'll use Jim, or I noticed like on the I'm telling you for the last time, I think he uses Bill. And he uses that in other jokes to refer to horses as Bill and Jim. So it's kind of funny how he's got such an elaborate, well-crafted act that he never really changes up the names.
Yeah.
He keeps that very simple. I don't know. That's interesting to me.
Need a new Johnson rod in here.
There you go.
So our first scene, we're at, we're still in L.A., following up from last week's episode. At this point, Jerry and George have already seen the breaking headline that Kramer is a wanted man for killing all of these women.
Allegedly.
They're driving in this scene, and this is fantastic. Something we mentioned earlier, just seeing the two of them in a car actually driving. I don't know if we ever see it again. The Puerto Rican day, technically, just like when they're going 2 or 3 miles an hour. But George doesn't know what to do here. He's really panicky, and Jerry says, well, let's just call the police, and we'll explain that Kramer's not the guy. And then they kind of have this debate, like, oh, he couldn't be the guy.
No. He's not the guy.
No, maybe. There's the possibility that Kramer is a killer.
They kind of express a look on their face to suggest that maybe it could be, You never know with Kramer.
No, you really don't.
Meanwhile, George is starved from hunger, and Jerry's just perplexed. How can you think of food at a time like this?
Well, so George wants lunch, but it's breakfast time in L.A. He's on that 3-hour delay, right? He's ready for lunch.
And he wants a tuna fish sandwich, but they wouldn't serve him one because they're only serving breakfast.
Told him to get eggs.
Who has eggs for lunch?
You ever hear of egg salad?
And George, being the, narcissist that he is, or little diva, as I have in my notes, is he blames Jerry for this. You couldn't tell me about egg salad?
What does he say? Like, what, I got to remind you of everything?
Yeah. Which, again, this is that great back and forth, this bickering among friends that's very entertaining to see.
Sorry, but if there's two things they are, it's either a married couple or 2 kids.
Yeah. But they've been close ever since. They're best friends.
Well, they eventually see a phone booth and pull over.
A payphone in L.A. Look, a miracle.
So we cut over to Kramer's place, and it's a funny moment, just a shot of the mirror getting all steamy from the shower, and you just hear Kramer singing in the background.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Oh, yeah. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Slip.
Yeah. It's funny. I like these moments. It helps to break up this one long, drawn-out scene of Jerry and George.
And it's very fitting for Kramer to slip and fall in the shower. Mm-hmm. It's so in his character.
A little tense, too, because the cops are on their way to get him.
That's a good point. They're closing in, and he has no idea.
No, he's not running scared. So we cut back to Jerry and George, and it's kind of tough to compare this to the cop car scene, but this is just one of my favorite Jerry-George conversations ever. Mm-hmm. They don't have any change, and there's this little moment here where Jerry's like, well, you should break that $10 bill you have in your wallet, George. And he says that it looks like people are making a face as if he's asking them to donate a kidney.
Now, let me stop you right there. Jerry has only 20s. So when George says that he has the 10, Jerry insists that George break it. Now, isn't it odd that George didn't kind of fight him on that a little bit?
I could see that.
Because George is the cheat. He why don't you give me the 20 and I'll settle up and then I'll owe you.
Throw in the bonbons.
Exactly. I thought it was interesting that George didn't put up a little struggle to hold on to his $10 bill.
Maybe it's just easier to break a 10 than a 20 if you're going to buy something small. Did this remind you, though, of the dinner party at all?
When he has to buy the pack of gum?
Oh, the $100 bill.
You got to buy more than that. Keep going.
Gum, Clark Bar, Penthouse Forum.
I'm not getting a Penthouse Forum.
And also that kidney comment reminded me a little bit of the Richard Lewis arc in Curb.
Beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. I feel like this stuff always gets stored in Larry David's mind. Any story element or little blurb. That, of course, causes George to think he has an odor problem, though, and Jerry recommends, hey, buy some Tic Tacs or some mints.
Breath problem?
I got a throat problem here. How's your throat? Are you okay? You're not sick?
No, every time I have to clear, I mute it.
Oh, so you're
I'm more professional than you.
You're not wearing a shirt, are you?
Yes, I am.
So Jerry and George just decide to, call 911.
Hello, 911? How are you? I'm sorry, just a reflex. I know it's an emergency number. It is an emergency. My friend has been accused of being the Smog Strangler, and I know he didn't do it. They're putting me through to the detective in charge of the investigation.
Making terrific effort.
What is my name? Who am I? I'm, George Costanza.
What's the matter with you? Are you crazy? What are you using my name?
Oh, don't be a baby. What are you scared of?
What am I scared of? I'm scared of the same thing you are. Everything. Why don't you just use your own name?
Your name is a good name, Costanza. It sounds like it stands for something. They'll believe us.
Really?
Sure.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I have some very important information regarding the Smog Strangler. Just have a mint or something. Can I come in right now? I suppose. Where are you located? Where is that? I don't know where we are. Where are we? We don't know. It says ask somebody. Ask that guy.
Excuse me, where are we? Earth.
Hey, I'm on the phone with the police. Some guy just gave me a wise answer. Ask that woman.
Yeah, excuse me, miss, what street are we on?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
How could you not know what street you're on?
You don't know.
So first thing, I just think it's excellent that Jerry trying to communicate with 911 and he doesn't want to give them his name. And under his breath, he has to say, George Costanza. And George just loses it. That's just so brilliantly written. And then another narcissistic quality of George, he's so upset that Jerry, used his name that as Jerry says, your name it's a good name, Costanza. It sounds like it stands for something. They'll believe us. And George is kind of, oh, really? And he's back in, he doesn't even mind now that Jerry gave the name.
And if it's about him, of course he'll believe it.
Mm-hmm. Going back to your where are we Earth line, doesn't that seem like that line you'd get more in New York rather than L.A.?
I guess. I mean, that makes sense, the stereotypical New York, but I don't know, maybe for any of our listeners out in L.A., I assume, despite the great weather and all of the positive living, that you're going to run into an asshole every once in a while.
Well, I always think of the Baz Luhrmann song, live in New York, but leave before it makes you hard. Live in L.A., but leave before it makes it soft. So I assume L.A. people will be slightly nicer.
Yeah, I would think so.
Going back to a song from the 90s. Also, if you pay close attention to Jerry, when that guy delivers that Earth line, Jerry has the smirk on his face because he really enjoys that joke.
Yeah.
So pay attention.
I'm on the phone with the police.
That actor is played by Steve Greenstein. Wow. I don't have any other information on him other than his name.
Okay.
And the woman is played by Carrie Lee Michaels. She was on the Jamie Foxx show, Felicity, Becker, Nip Tuck, and 6 Feet Under.
Oh, nice. I kind of understand where she's coming from in the sense that if someone asks you for directions, I might not know.
Yeah, but the person who asked you for directions doesn't then verbally put the onus on you. How could you not know where you are?
Right. So Jerry spots the address on the phone booth and gives it to 911 and then asks George, do we know where the 101 is?
No.
Do we know where the 170 is?
No.
Do we know where the 134 is?
No.
So 911 just decides to send a black and white to pick him up, which rolls right up on cue.
Black and white?
Cop car.
Why didn't you just say that?
This bickering, it just doesn't end. It keeps going back and forth. Mm-hmm. And it even reaches the point where Jerry's like, hey, I bet you that Lupe won't tuck your covers in.
I'll bet you. How much?
Your tip.
You got to bet.
And this whole scene is unfolding with one of the cops in his car just staring at them. And he's just shaking his head disapprovingly. He's already annoyed with these guys.
Now, I'm not even going to wait till this guy gets to a line, but that's a familiar face popping his head out of that black and white. The most famous double dipper. If you don't... Oh, no, I'm not even going to go there.
Hey, I didn't catch it the first time. You pointed this one out.
Oh, yeah? This one goes way back. Officer number 1 is played by Marty Rackham. He's officer number 1 in The Trip, and he comes back to play Jake Jarmel in The Sniffing Accountant, The Opposite, and The Scofflaw. So, huge double dipper.
You double dipped the chip. Double dipped? What are you talking about?
He's also in Mad About You, Melrose Place. I love when an actor on the show was also on Melrose Place. That's very satisfying for me. Married with Children, Everybody Loves Raymond, and an episode of Sex and the City.
When you told me that, I think we were in college, and I didn't know Seinfeld well enough. I'm like, who's Jake Jarmel again? And you're like, oh, come on.
Such a sweet kid.
Yeah, I had some issues.
So sorry, going back to that, George asks, what do you tip a chambermaid? And then...
Oh, I love that line.
Yes, chambermaid comes back. Officer Jarmel, if you will, asks, which one of you guys is Costanza? And the two point at each other.
Love that too. God, see, it's going to be really tough. I love that. That's so great, so funny. It's going to be on a record high this episode. We cut back to Kramer's place, and this time he's at the mirror. He's lathering up his face, and he sneezes. Yeah, for a shave. And he sneezes, and it's a great sneeze. The lather and the little tool goes flying into the mirror.
And he has these very noticeable tan lines.
Oh, yeah.
Which were created using body makeup.
I was wondering because Liz, my wife, we were watching that episode, and I'm like, are those his actual tan lines? Because they're very believable.
I thought it was until I read the body makeup part, but it looked believable.
Mm-hmm. So we cut back to the cop car, and Jerry and George are in the back. We have cop number 1, played by, what's his face?
Marty Rackham.
Jake Jarmel. And we have a second cop, too. He is not a double dipper, though, right?
No, single dipper. Officer number 2 is played by Peter Peros. He was in Real Genius. He was the Air Force guy at the gate. I'm not familiar with Real Genius, but that's his role. Knight Rider. He's been in a lot of daytime television. Young and the Restless. He was in Santa Barbara, One Life to Live, As the World Turns. He was in this show called The Haves and the Have-Nots, and then he was in The New Adam 12. So
I don't know any of those.
No.
But he's great. He's the one driving the car. And at this point, George is asking Jerry, hey, Jerry, will you roll up your window?
And Jerry looks, and he realizes he can't do it. And then one of the sweetest moments of the series, I would say, get out of here.
You get out of here.
And the laugh they share is so genuine. I love it. I want a gif of that. I just want that looped all the time.
Yeah.
It's so pleasant.
It is.
I don't quite get it, actually. It's a weird little gag to have in there, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
I just love it. It's a fabulous moment.
Yes, it is. Immature Jerry and George are the best.
Jerry then sells him out. Hey, officer, he's fooling around back here.
Yeah, they get really childish here, really inquisitive, more than they normally would. They wonder if they're going to run through any red lights. The cops are a little annoyed with them, but the cops' egos kind of build up when they are kind of bragging and they're like, yeah, we can, do whatever they want.
Yeah, they seem very proud of what they can get away with.
Yes.
Hey, can I flip on the siren?
What are you bothering him for?
Just asking. All they have to do is say no.
Yeah, go ahead.
Check it out.
Can I try it?
Yeah, go ahead. Hurry up.
Get the hell out of that guy!
You know what I've never understood? Why did they change the siren noise? When I was a kid, it was always wah, wah. And now it's woo, 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 woo. Why'd they do that? I mean, did they do some research? Did they find out that woo, woo was a more effective siren than wah?
Yeah, hey, what about those English sirens,
Do you have an answer to that? Like why the sirens changed?
No. George's question is actually pretty valid, I think.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I don't remember the wah. That seems more 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when the
I'd
change
agree.
happened, but I've always known the fast woo 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 siren.
As a kid, I hated the like the European like one, or the English sirens as they put it. But as I get older, I like that a lot more than the like American ones.
It's classy.
Yeah. So we're back at Kramer's place, and to wrap it up, he is combing his hair, just pulling it back. It's caught in a curl, and he's
I feel for him in that moment.
yeah, looks painful.
It looks really painful.
And he eventually gets it out.
Dizzy.
I wonder what the dailies were of this scene. You know, just Michael standing in front of a mirror. He had probably a comb, some lather, maybe a washcloth, and all right, do something funny for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. And each cut back to him is wonderful. You're right.
So we cut back to the cop car, and at this point, Jerry is admiring the cop's shotgun. Clean as a whistle.
What is that, a 12 gauge?
Yeah.
12 gauge. Seems to be his most popular gauge.
I like that just because, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's how I
why,
feel.
yes, I find it. I don't get gauges or guns for that matter, so...
But 12 is it really is. 12 is the most popular one. That's one you hear about, you know? So it's a funny assessment.
Yes. So at this point, the cops spot a possible 519. You don't really see what it is yet until they pull up, and it's this guy breaking into a car. Mm-hmm. But there's this, I don't know how you feel about this, but the lead up after they hear that we're going to pull over and deal with this is just classic.
You can't pull over.
What are you doing? Where do you think you're going?
Pull over. The lieutenant is waiting to see us.
Hey, we're in a rush here.
We have an appointment.
What are you doing?
To me, George sounds just like Jerry.
That's what I have in my notes.
Yeah.
He couldn't help but use the Jerry inflection.
What are you doing?
We have an appointment.
I don't know why I love that so much. It's just it's so goofy, and it keeps going back and forth.
Yeah, well, in this moment of, a really serious issue with Kramer being, they're going to back up Kramer, but and then these police officers are doing their job, arresting a guy for breaking into a car, but again they turn it back on themselves. You know what I mean? Like it's so comical.
And I like the fact that the cops don't even acknowledge them.
Yeah.
They just go and do their thing.
Yeah, their hands are up in the air.
Yeah. That's that shot. It's down on the floor of the car pointing upwards at George. So while the cops are dealing with the weird looking guy breaking into a car, George spots a package of, love how he phrases this, package of Pepperidge Farm cookies on the dashboard.
Which flavor?
Milanos.
Cops eating Milanos? What crazy town is this?
Feels like so many inside jokes here,
Yeah.
And I'm sure all of us just love this kind of humor. So George is starving, and he is about to take some. He's just about to reach them when the cops shove that guy on the hood of the car and place
him on the.
Oh yeah, place him under arrest, and then put him in the back seat right next to George.
I got a question for you. After they slam him on the car and they start cuffing him, do you notice he turns his head and spits? He kind of turns his head off to the side as it, when I see that, it looks as if he's spitting something that he had in his mouth that was.
Oh, he was spitting on the cop?
No, it looks like he was hiding something in his mouth and he spit it out because it would have been used against him as evidence.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
You have suddenly adopted my role of seeing something completely different that's not there at all.
Yes. Yeah, I
you know how I do that? I'm so sorry. For years, whenever we quoted movies or TV shows, I would always quote something wrong, and I heard the wrong thing my whole life.
I did that with music.
No, I don't know. I think he's just spitting on the cop or just spitting because he's frustrated.
He's not spitting on the cop.
He's not?
No, he's spitting off camera. He turns his head away from the cops and spits off back and to the right.
Cuts to Kramer just getting hit with a loogie.
Oh, there's a perfect gif. Can somebody make that?
So we then go to a little bit of stand-up.
I can't believe that cops still have to read that whole "you have the right to remain silent" speech to every criminal they arrest. I mean, is there anybody that doesn't know that by now? I mean, can't they just go, "Freeze, you're under arrest"? You ever seen a Beretta? Yeah, good, get in the car.
It was a really short stand-up.
Yeah. I think they ran out of Kramer clips in the bathroom.
Oh, good call.
Now it's the cops, Jerry, George, and this weird-looking guy. I only say weird-looking guy because I think Clint Howard knows that he's a weird-looking guy.
That's what they have on the casting call. We need a weird-looking guy.
Hi, I'm Jerry.
George, how you doing?
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah, right. Me neither. Hey, I didn't do nothing. Shut up.
Hot out.
Brutal.
What do you tip a chambermaid?
I don't know. $5 a night.
No. $1, 2 tops.
Hey, you guys aren't cuffed. What are you, narcs?
Knox.
Imagine us narcs.
No. No, actually, we're friends of a serial killer.
That's very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Suspected serial killer. He didn't actually do it.
Yeah, well, we don't think.
We're pretty sure.
$1 a night?
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Oh, that stinks.
I read it in Ann Landers.
Oh, Ann Landers sucks.
I love how they initiate the conversation, though. It's hot out. And brutal. It's a great delivery, and it's just like they're breaking the ice with this nut. It's very good. So this what's the term you're using to describe him, Matt?
I was going to say this nut, this real sick nut.
Weird guy?
No, weird guy, I guess.
Tobias Lehigh Nagy, according to the script, a.k.a. the Smog Strangler, played by Clint Howard. So, you know how I like to go through everybody's acting credits and kind of go through?
Can I just guess? This guy must have, what, over 200 acting roles?
227.
Jesus.
Very good. So I only went through the ones that, you know, kind of stuck out to me and I thought people would find interesting. But
Yeah.
Arrested Development, 2 episodes as Johnny Bark,
Yeah.
the tree activist. He was in a Workaholics episode. He was in Night at the Museum, Cat in the Hat, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. He always has bit parts in the Austin Power movies. And he was on Apollo 13.
He was
leave
on
anything?
it? Sorry.
Oh, man. Did
Don't leave that in. I just want to be
I know, go ahead.
Tonight should
Did
just
I-
be a series of trying to...
Fortunate events.
Yeah.
Did I leave anything out of his list?
No, I think that was about it.
All right.
He's barely been in anything. I remember him actually from an old Star Trek episode from 66. And I think he was only... My trivia is not that good. He must have been like 9, 10 years old.
I think he started acting around the same time as Ron Howard.
Yeah.
So they're both child actors.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, they must have. He was this weird. I think it was the Corbinite maneuver. He was this weird. It's all weird with Clint Howard, but he was like this little like kid, but he's this brilliant genius alien race, I guess. Anyways, also I watched Splash over the weekend. That was Ron Howard's first movie. Tom Hanks's first movie.
Hey.
I might be wrong on the Ron Howard part. It might have been like his second or third, but Clint Howard.
Okay, this isn't a Ron Howard podcast.
Clint Howard was in that, as you mentioned. He's in practically every Ron Howard movie.
Mm-hmm. And one other interesting bit of trivia: Clint Howard's and Ron Howard's dad will also guest star in a Seinfeld episode. And there's another little bit of trivia, but I think I'll leave that until we get there.
Yes, I
Hint,
think
hint.
that would be a good idea. So while the three of these guys are riding in the back seat, the cops get a call from dispatch that requires assistance in apprehending the Smog Strangler, and Jerry and George realize, hey, that's Kramer. So the cops pull up to the site. They run out, leaving behind the other three, and which seems pretty foolish, but Jerry just reaches out of the window and opens the door. It's a great moment, and Jerry and George run out to follow the cops.
And did you notice George's prance that he does out of the car?
I can just imagine it. Is it the knees?
It's kind of the when the kids called him Mary. And that's what I'm envisioning.
Or in the airport when Kramer's
There you go.
Get your knees up.
Yeah.
So we cut inside the apartment, and it's this shot of just Kramer opening his apartment door, and we see this very interesting reverse shot of who do we got here? We got the cops. Who else?
George and Jerry.
Martell. And,
Oh yeah, Martell and
what's his name? couple of apartment tenants. I think Helena is in the background.
Okay.
And maybe that guy that was waiting in line for the phone.
Probably.
But there's still some more people. Who else we got, Vinny?
We have co-creator of Seinfeld, Larry David, and we have the writer of this episode, Larry Charles. The Larrys. If you look to the right of the shot, you see the two of them.
It's really awkward.
It looks like they're kind of, they don't know what to quite make of it. They're just kind of, I don't know. It's a nice moment, but it's a little off. It's
a weird cameo to be just staring right at the camera. You know, it would make more sense if Larry Charles were walking out of an airplane bathroom or walking through a parking garage. But yeah, it's just them staring at you.
Now we've already seen Larry Charles in the parking garage, and we've already seen Larry David in the Flaming Globes of Sigmund.
Heart attack.
Thank you.
So yeah, this is like the first, like, you know, they probably just took 3 steps from off stage and stood there. So at this point, Lieutenant Martell places Kramer under arrest for the murder of Chelsea Lang, who was the girl he met at the audition. And then we cut to the cop car, and Clint Howard runs off.
Yes, still cuffed, and he disappears behind some bushes and houses.
Mm-hmm. So we open up at the police station, and where are we filming? This is the CBS. What is it again? The administration building. You would recognize it, though. It's the building that Elaine comes out of after the Pez dispenser incident. We'll see it again in the when George, has the phone call in the Checks episode with NBC.
Okay. Oh, you're right.
I think that's the same building exterior, but we see this a lot in these early seasons, and we've seen it a lot in season 3. But Kramer's getting dragged into the station while this crowd of reporters is just swarming him,
He's loving it, though.
I wrote that down. Yeah, is Kramer overwhelmed, or is he kind of confused?
I don't think he knows why he's being arrested, and he just likes this attention that he's getting from the media, and I guess because he's trying to make it in Hollywood, he thinks this is a good thing.
I don't know if it was a thing back then, but nowadays, bad press is definitely good press.
True. The reporters are asking, why did you do it? What possessed you? And Kramer says, I don't know. But if you look closely, you can see 2 stand-ins from Seinfeld. We have both Elaine and Jerry's. We have Peggy Lane and Dec McKenzie. Peggy Lane was in 12 episodes of Seinfeld. We've discussed her before. I think she's already been a waitress at one point, or a nurse.
She was the nurse in the Suicide.
Suicide, yes.
And also the parking space.
Thank you. And Dec McKenzie was in 13 episodes of Seinfeld.
13, wow.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know he's Jerry's stand-in, he has a very recognizable face. Mm-hmm. I should probably start doing screen grabs of these characters since they show up in more than 10 episodes each.
Yeah. So they transition from this scene of Kramer being rushed into the jail, and you hear the most ominous slap bass note followed by kind of an organ or a synth sound.
Okay.
To really, did you remember? I like to play a soundbite of it because it's a really ominous sounding thing to, I think, kind of sell this drama.
That's really interesting. I never really noticed that.
It's meant to signify drama, though, versus, light, bubbly wisecracks.
In season, I think it's 8. I think we get it when we open up to, George and Jerry in the cemetery in the foundation. And there's a different, mix of the Seinfeld theme then, too. And they use it a lot in the later seasons that it kind of does it for me, kind of doesn't.
It's interesting play on the, the theme.
Oh, we actually use it, I think, during our ratings jingle.
Oh.
It's this long drawn out brown, brown, out, brown, 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 brown,
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, so we're in the, what do you call this room? It doesn't have a name. With the glass and the phones at the police station.
I don't know what it's called.
So we're in the room with a glass wall and the phones, and Jerry and George are waiting for Kramer. He shows up and he's thrilled to see them. He runs right into the glass.
Yeah.
He goes in for a hug.
So Michael is so good. He's so good at that.
I hate to say it, man. I never appreciated his humor that much as a casual fan. Other than like the funny Kramer one-liners or like the big set pieces that he destroys or falls over. But these little moments that he mapped out, he
So
planned.
subtle.
Oh, they're so good.
Do you notice he's wearing a watch in the scene? I'm always used to him. He has I remember he has the gold chain on a lot in later episodes, especially this season, and he'll wear those vintage shirts. But I don't know. I see him with a watch on, and it popped out to me.
Well, I didn't notice that.
Eh.
Well, Kramer tells them about his auditions and his callbacks. Someone's interested in his movie treatment. He's, all swept up in the energy of L.A.
Kramer, do you realize what's going on here? Do you know why you're here?
What, this? I'll be out of here in a couple of hours. Hey, guess who I met today? Fred Savage. Oh, nice kid. A really good kid. We're talking about doing a project together.
Kramer, you've been arrested as a serial killer.
So? What? I'm innocent. I mean, you guys believe that I'm innocent, don't you? Jerry? George?
Yeah, sure.
Kramer, let's go. Lieutenant wants to see you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, look, I'll be out of here by noon. Hey, maybe we'll have lunch together, huh?
Yeah, okay.
So this is another one of those classic Seinfeld moments for me where I wanted to ask you about, is Kramer playing a joke on, is he being funny for Jerry and George, or is he being serious? That he realizes that he is being detained as a potential serial killer. Because I always thought it was him just playing up the moment and acting for Jerry and George's benefit to make a joke. But now upon a second watch, it seems that maybe he realized, oh, crap, I'm being accused as a serial killer. Help me, What do you think?
I'd go with the latter. I
Really?
think I think Kramer, I mentioned this last episode, I think he's just in a severe state of denial where he can't even process the fact that he's being arrested as a serial killer. He's just, as he put it, he's so swept up in LA, and I think so determined to live a completely different life out there, the life that he envisions for himself, that he can't even see what's actually happening to him.
Okay.
And yeah, it doesn't process until the cop. You don't see it on Michael's face, but I think the gears are turning. I think he's getting it right as he says, "Can I go back and talk to them?"
Yeah, so calm and nonchalant, and then help me. The prison guard is played by Steve Doherty. I don't have any other information on him. But if you have a speaking role in Seinfeld, I'm putting you on Seincast.
So we now cut to the interrogation room. And I just have to say, right out the gate, this scene doesn't do it for me at all. And
Oh, no?
it's actually my least favorite scene from this two-parter.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's got Larry Charles written all over it.
It does, and that's not a slight towards Larry Charles. We love you. Oh, God. I'm trying to think of the quote, too, right?
Put your head down. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. But yeah, this scene, it goes on way too long for me. And
The ending is really nice.
yes,
But
which
you're
we'll,
right.
We'll
Yeah.
play a clip of, but how do you feel about this scene?
I was kind of indifferent toward it until you said something. Now I might just go along with you.
I'm just going to mold you
I like
however
it.
I want.
I like Martell. I like seeing him. I like, again, Larry Charles' influence over this scene. And I like how Martell breaks down Kramer.
Yeah.
What part are we at in the scene? Are you going to go through it, or are you going to play the clip?
Let's do a little the setup here. I'll play a clip for the second half, but it does start off with that kind of cliched cop drama. He's under a light. Mm-hmm. Pretty hot under these lights, eh, Seinfeld?
Actually, I'm quite comfortable.
Well, Martell's kind of grilling him. He's pacing around, going in circles around Kramer. He brings up different personalities. Kramer has, I know, like, it was one of your other personalities, the wise guy, the little boy, the bellhop, the ball player, the door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know where else to go from this.
Kramer's pleading with him. Can I just talk to somebody? Can I explain? You're not letting me explain.
Mm-hmm. Michael Richards is great in this scene because we're seeing a side of Kramer we haven't really seen. Maybe a little bit in the statue when he's like, freeze, mama. But like, angry, upset, frustrated Kramer
Yeah.
is something we haven't seen a lot of. But the lieutenant tries to come up with excuses for why Kramer did it.
Maybe your mother didn't love you enough. Maybe the teacher didn't call on you in school when you had your little hand raised. Maybe the pervert in the park had a present in his pants, huh? Well, I got another theory, Kramer. You're a weed.
No.
Society's filled with them.
No,
You're
no.
choking the life out of all the pretty flowers. You see something young, something pretty, you just gotta choke the life out of it, don't you, Kramer? Huh? You killed the pretty flowers, didn't you, Kramer? You killed the pretty little flowers, didn't you? You dirty, filthy, stinking weed, didn't you? Lieutenant. Yeah. Hey, you. Martell. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What is it, Lieutenant?
Let him go.
What, but Lieutenant?
You heard me. I said let him go. Get him out of here. They just found another body up in Laurel Canyon. Oh. Go on, Kramer. Get out of my sight.
Hey, how'd you know about the guy in the park?
I said beat it.
It is kind of sad, though. Like,
Yeah.
when you think he has that line, I think, I forget the episode, but he's like, I'm still carrying a lot of pain.
I'm sure this is part of it.
Yeah. His mom, too. Things with his mom aren't good. She obviously alcoholic, probably had a lot of different suitors, a lot of father figures in and out of Kramer's life.
He had to be in bed by 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you what happened.
But yeah, your heart kind of breaks a little bit for Kramer in this moment.
He's had a bad run in these past couple episodes. Jerry took the keys back. He took the keys back.
I was about to say something. It's going to cut you some slack.
That just came out. And that now he's being accused of being a serial killer.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough situation for Kramer. But he's out, though. He got out. He's cleared of all charges.
I also have to admit that another moronic incident by me, I never got this joke here at the end of the scene.
Oh.
When Martell says, "Beat it, Kramer, get out of my sight." Kramer gets up, he's sobbing, and he gets up, and then he kind of turns, and he says, "Hey, how'd you know about the guy in the park?" And I thought that was like another body in the park, like the body they just found in the park.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize it was maybe a pervert in the park had a present in his pants. Yeah. I just got that now.
Really? Wait,
Yes.
as we're talking?
No. As I'm going through the episode.
But still, it didn't register until now.
This year, yes. I'm ashamed to say.
This day. That's crazy. Hey, we're all guilty of moments like that.
It's weird how it just boop, right by right over your head all these years.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens. I think that's that moment there, as you mentioned earlier, that is the saving grace for this scene that really just kind of, I don't know, it's that nice little punch at the end, because without it, the scene is just, it goes on a little too long for me. So we're outside the police station, and to make up for that, we have this wonderful scene with Jerry and George. They're just pacing back and forth when Kramer exits the building smiling, and he explains, "Hey, they had me in custody, but someone else got killed," and they all start dancing.
You're kidding! Somebody else got killed?
They did. I'm free because the murderer struck again.
Hey! The lesser known freedom speech.
Yes.
I have in my notes, I'm so happy because we got 3 out of the 4 back together, and now this, I'm starting to feel season 4. You know what I mean? That we're getting our core characters back.
It's not there yet, and
nope,
I actually watched the pitch and the ticket that we're going to be covering next, and it's still not there yet. Like, it kind of is, but yeah. But we should mention, as they're dancing and celebrating, the family of probably one of the murder victims walks by, and they stop, just walk off.
Great joke.
Yes. Very dark. Again, probably the last really dark joke that Larry Charles throws at us. We now cut to the like one of the hills in LA. How do you describe this? It's not the country. It's
those Hollywood hills that you always see.
Yeah, Hollywood Hills. I mentioned how much I don't like the Lieutenant Martell interrogation scene.
I know you got a big problem with what we're about to discuss.
Well, hang on now. Similar to when I used to talk about the red dot, how I thought it was my least favorite episode, and then I watched it and it wasn't so bad. This one's similar, where I used to hate the scene, and now watching it, it's not so bad. It doesn't annoy me as much. But
well, let me bring everybody up to speed. So the scene opens with they're sitting at the top of this hillside. Jerry says, "So Kramer, what are you going to do?" And Kramer says, Are you gonna play the clip, or should I just?
Oh,
do it?
you say it.
Oh, and Kramer says, "Do? Hey, I'm doing what I do. You know, I've always done what I do. I'm doing what I do the way I've always done, the way I'll always do it." And George responds with, "Kramer, what the hell are you talking about?" And for years, every time this episode comes on, you always make a comment how you have a problem with what? Why does Kramer say that? What's the point of that line? It's so stupid.
This is going way back to college, like 10 years ago.
But it just stuck with me that you always have a problem with Kramer's line here.
It like I said, it bugged me for so long. It just felt so. Someone on Reddit made a really good comment. They said this whole scene felt very surreal, and I don't know if it's just the LA setting. And this dialogue with Kramer is so bizarre. Still to this day, it doesn't bug me as much, but I just don't get it. It's weird. You feel the same way though, right?
I see what you're saying in that it's this kind of life-changing experience for Kramer.
Well, you know, one thing, this is something that I actually didn't think of until now. Maybe one reason it bugged me is I used to lump this scene and that moment in particular with the breakup scene and the deal. You know, it's a serious moment. Thank God, like George was there to make that joke. Well, what the hell are you talking about? It just gets a little too real for me.
Okay.
And it is just missing a lot of... I don't mind like spending some time to arrive at a really funny joke, but this scene just feels off, and it feels a little too serious and self-reflective for Seinfeld.
All right.
But Kramer does ask, the scene gets better. He asks, "Hey, what am I supposed to admit? That I'm struggling, barely able to keep my head above water? LA is cold, lonely, and I'm no better off than the screenwriter driving a cab, or the starlet turning tricks, or the producers in a house they can't afford? Is that what you want me to say?"
Yeah, I'd like to hear that.
So I'm watching Peter Melman's show. It's Like You Know, his pilot or his series from, I think it was like 99 to 2000. It ran for about 2 seasons, and it's very much about that right there. That little monologue is a perfect way to describe It's Like You Know. Just getting into the misery and the unhappiness, and especially a New Yorker's feelings about LA when he goes there. And I just have LA on my mind a lot recently, and how much I just would like to go there for one. To check it out. Yeah.
Well, Kramer's not going to say that. He, things are going pretty well for him. He met a girl.
She was murdered.
He wasn't looking for a long-term relationship. He was on TV.
You were accused of being a serial killer.
Well, they got to put a negative spin on everything.
But again, getting back to, today's world, being accused for being a killer, I mean, hell, I don't know what it's called, the Z list, but you're celebrity at some level.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, man.
You do have celebrity, but that's celebrity you don't want.
I don't know. For some people, it's better than nothing, right? Like you'd rather be on some reality TV show where you're, like fighting and swearing and yelling at someone.
No, I wouldn't. At this point, this is when George is eating his sandwich.
Yeah, I'm going to play the clip actually.
Okay, good. At first, I thought they were all or it was just George eating because he was still starving. But then you see Jerry's got a can of soda, so they must have all had lunch.
Yes.
What are they putting in this tuna? Tastes like a dill. I think it's a dill.
So you're not going to come back to New York with us?
No, I'm not ready. I mean, things are starting to happen.
Taste this. Is this a dill?
No, it's a tarragon. Listen, Kramer, I'm sorry about that whole fight we had about you having my apartment keys and everything.
All right. Okay, it's forgotten.
Tarragon? Yeah. Oh, you're crazy.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, take care. Stay in touch.
Wait. Come on, give me a hug.
You're crushing my sandwich.
What I took away from this scene was after Jerry, apologizes for the keys, it seems like Kramer is kind of taken aback by that, and he scratches his head, and it looks like now he's pondering whether or not he should go back to New York.
Yeah.
Now he finally looks conflicted. He was kind of adamant about staying in New York, living out his dream to become an actor. But for some reason, it comes across to me as when Jerry apologizes, he starts scratching his head, and now he's like, maybe I should go home. Like, I feel like that's the turning point for him.
You're actually getting me into the emotion here.
Yeah.
I always hate that on Seinfeld, but
emotions are fun.
Yeah, especially between Jerry and Kramer, because you can understand why why he was so mad at him for the keys. And there's something about Kramer too. Like he's such a, he kind of seems a bit, he's a doofus, you know?
He is.
And so you think like, okay, this guy doesn't have normal feelings. He can't like relate to us.
But he's a lovable doofus.
Yeah, but like you just pointed out, he is a normal guy just pondering his situation and his friendship with Jerry. It's important to him. It really is.
Oh, yeah. So much to the point that they embrace here, and we actually witness, this isn't the first hug.
It's one of the few.
One of the few. But we have hugging on Seinfeld.
On a show that claims it's no hugging, no learning. We should just give a nice little nod to George interrupting the conversation, talking about the dill and his tuna fish sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
So good. And I love that moment when he's like, taste this. Is this a dill? And Jerry just takes a bite, chews.
Long pause.
That's a tarragon. Go right back to the conversation.
That's very Seinfeldian.
Oh, yeah. Whenever we say Seinfeldian, I feel like we're saying Larry David, but this is a Larry Charles script, so maybe that's one of his.
El Davidian.
Mm-hmm. So next scene, we're at the hotel again. This is the Universal City Hotel. And a nice little wrap-up to the Tuck arc. It's George in bed, and apparently Lupe didn't didn't untuck his sheets, and he's kicking his legs.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to get them up.
Ripping those sheets off, trying as hard as he can to get them, and they're not coming out.
No, not at all. And he's probably going to pull a hamstring.
Yeah, I thought about that as well. He finally gets them out, and Jerry, in kind of a hazy sleep, sees all this, and he says, it's so nice when it happens good. And then he turns over, which is a favorite expression of Jerry's, actually. And the story goes all the way back to 1981 when Jerry finished his first Tonight Show appearance, and he got the thumbs up from Johnny, or the A-OK sign. He did very well. And when he went backstage, the executive producer, Fred D. Cordova, said, "It's so nice when it happens good." So now that expression makes a little more sense. It's not, worded properly, or I guess the logistics of the sentence. What am I saying?
No,
I can't talk.
No, it's okay. Jerry actually said in an interview once it had like a strange syntax, and
yes,
he's like, it's something from a Jewish Hollywood Torah. Which I thought was funny, yeah, like that phrasing and that way to word it.
I love it.
He didn't know what he meant.
You know what that makes me think of is when Curb Your Enthusiasm, season 4, Mel is talking to Larry David, and he says, "Or you got it, or you ain't." You can't start a sentence with "or." He's like, never mind that. Or you got it, or you ain't.
Yeah, very similar. Apparently, Larry Charles mentioned on the commentary, too, that they would use that around the office.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so nice when it happens good. I seem to recall back in college also hating that line.
Oh, man.
Like this whole ending for this episode I was complaining about.
We were friends?
Yeah. So we now cut to the apartment after a plane ride home, and it's 3 days later. Jerry and George are just hanging out watching TV. George is still really upset, disappointed in Lupe, and wonders if she gets to take any of those little bars of soap home when she picks up her check each week. I always take stuff from hotels, don't you? Well, not always, but
mad.
Clean them out.
Not really. I'll use the stuff in house, but then I won't take it with me.
If I'm ever in a really nice hotel, like whenever work would send me to just like a posh hotel, then I'm like, I would never stay in here on my own dime. I might, take the shampoo and the soap because it's so nice.
But have you seen hotels now?
It's good.
There you go. Have you seen now hotels? They put that warning notice saying, "Hey, glad you stay with us. If you take anything in the room, we'll add it to your bill."
Oh no, I haven't.
Yeah, I've seen that in the past couple years.
I pretty much stick with Hampton Inns and Holiday Expresses. So, but I'm good though. Like I always put my do not disturb sign out so they don't have to waste time making my room. And I always use the same towel unless it's like, more than 4 days, save on energy costs. So I'm okay. I think I'm balancing out. I deserve those bars of soap.
You're very special. Do you notice the shot here? It has a lot of clarity to it. It looks very crisp and clean. And I think here's season 4 now is starting right now. The apartment looks a little bit different. It just looks it's crisp.
I don't know if
crispy
crisp. I think it's the lighting more than anything.
Okay.
I don't know if they use I don't know what I'm talking about here. I don't know if they use a different film stock, But yeah, everything's crisp and cleaner. It's like the future. So George adds, if I ran a company, all of the employees would love me and they would keep photos of me in their houses, like Lennon.
How much did you wind up tipping her?
Oh, man, I forgot.
That's why communism didn't work. So there was different dialogue in the scene. Jerry would go on this rant about the annoyance of tipping, and he'd say, I'm sick of figuring and calculating and worrying. If I was running for president, that would be my whole platform. No more tipping. That's enough already.
Oh, Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld's here, everyone.
Oh, Seinfeld. And George would reply that Jerry would lose the waiter vote. And Jerry would respond with, okay, I lose the waiters, the cab drivers, and the chambermaids, and the bellhops. So what? I get everybody else. I win in a landslide. I could see Jerry having that tone and inflection.
Oh, absolutely. For sure. Do you tip chambermaids when you're at a hotel?
I didn't know it was a thing, and I don't do it. Do you do it?
I do it now for years. I mean, I don't think I realized this until, probably just a couple of years ago, that you were supposed to tip.
Really?
And
it's like a faceless tip. There's no face to go along with the tip.
Yeah, I just feel bad that all this time went by without doing it, because we didn't really talk about tipping in this episode. I think I'm a good tipper.
I would agree.
Yeah,
you're a very good tipper.
Well, you are too. I mean, we're not.
What?
You're a very good tipper.
Among my friends and I and yourself, I think we do 20% baseline.
Yeah.
And you got to really do something bad to have it dip below 20. So regardless, if you come to our table, you're getting 20. Mm-hmm. And then if it's really good,
cash too. We always tip
ideally,
cash.
yeah. If you can do cash, you do cash. But if it's exceptional service, then you'll get above 20%.
Sometimes though, you're in such a good mood. I used to wait tables when I first moved to New York, and you could go above and beyond for a table, and they're still gonna stiff you. Mm-hmm. But sometimes if the couples are in such a good mood, they'll just go a little above and beyond. Biggest step I ever got was 50%.
Wow,
yeah, it was huge.
Look at you.
Yeah, look at me. It wasn't anything I did. I think they were just really rich. They're like, oh, whatever. Yeah. Regarding though bad service, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. And I'm sure you can relate to this. Let's say you're at a restaurant. You've been sat. The server has not come to your table yet at all. And it's been like 10, maybe 15 minutes.
About 5-10 minutes.
You have to get up, ask for a server to come over to take your order. They take your order, but they're not very helpful while they're taking it. What do you do? Do you place your order and just stay, or do you leave?
I have a feeling you guys got up and walked away.
We did, which is a first for us.
Wow, good for you guys.
It was, that's
taking a stand. I like that.
There were other factors involved. This was a very earthy kind of restaurant, so a lot of the people around us were talking about just how good they are and what they do to yada yada. I don't know.
Yeah, all right, man.
Yeah, just I think I fit into that camp, but just not that type. Anyways, it was just a really annoying atmosphere, and the service was so bad we just decided to leave, which was a first for us. Usually in that situation, if a server was making things difficult for us, I think we would go to maybe 10%.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because you don't want to stiff someone altogether. That's terrible.
It's their living. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, the family and I then I had a friend along with us. We went out to Denny's, and the service was so bad that I think my mom and dad may have gotten in an argument or something. But
they're listening. We should get them on the podcast.
Hello. But my mom was like, "Oh, we're leaving. We're out of here." So we just got up and walked out. And I was so embarrassed for my friend that he had to witness a family fight.
You guys are sitting in the back seat and you just look over and your parents are going at it. Mm-hmm. I've been there, man. Don't worry about it.
Summer nights.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that was I'm sorry. I was wrong to say. I shouldn't have said that.
But yeah, all in all, I think both you and I agree, though. We'll always tip. And
yes.
Yeah, I'll put that out to our listeners. I wonder what they do, too. Anyways, God, we talked a while there. Sorry, that was my fault. Suddenly, Kramer bursts through the door and starts digging through the fridge, looking for food.
As if no time has passed.
Yeah, he's looking for mustard, not the yellow stuff.
There's another one in the back.
Pickles. And he walks off with some food and a loaf of bread, and he explains, hey, I'm just getting something to eat.
So Jerry calls Kramer as he's walking out the door. Kramer turns around. Jerry pulls out his keys and throws them at Kramer. And Kramer has this nice catch.
Very nice catch.
And they share this look like, we're good. We're whole again. Mm-hmm. And like I feel like everything has been forgiven and it's water under a bridge. You know, like they're back.
Mm-hmm.
And closes the door. Kramer comes back in with is it the giant key ring again?
Yeah, it's the Dungeon Master set.
And he throws it at the table. You know, Jerry and George take cover, and he actually knocks over Jerry's soda.
Yeah. Great way to end otherwise a very like serious tone, I feel. You know, that connection. While I buy it and believe it, I'm so glad there's that little joke to add to it.
Yeah, it's like another tender moment, but again, they make it light at the end, so it's not too tender. Mm-hmm. No hugging this time.
No, not at all. So,
wait, I know where you're going.
We're both pointing at each other.
Or what were you gonna say?
The blooper.
In one take of this scene, when Michael or Kramer would throw the keys back at Jerry and George, one time he threw it, and Jason Alexander had one of his ankles exposed. I guess he didn't like sweep his legs over, so they were kind of in this fetal looking position. He had, you know, one knee up and then his ankle is exposed. Am I describing this right? And the keys land right on Jason's bare ankle.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, welcome back, Kramer. Michael makes his face like, ooh, and they have to shoot it again. So then you see in the next take or the next scene that Jason remembers to swing his legs on top of each other for more of a barrier.
Oh, so in the actual version, you see him protecting his legs more?
Yeah, he braces for it, which is why he covers. And I always, like, my eyes always dart to that because I'm so used to him being hit in the ankle.
Yeah, I always thought he got hit in the crotch for some reason.
Of course you did.
Always goes to the groin. I love that blooper, though, because it's the actors trying to carry on with the scene, which... If anyone out there has seen the bloopers, you know that never goes well when someone's really laughing hard, like Julia or Jerry for that matter. But they try. They test. So last kind of scene of the episode is our old friend Keith Morrison giving a news report.
Welcome back.
Authorities disclosed today that the latest suspect in the Smog stranglings was apprehended this week on an unrelated charge, but somehow... managed to escape from the police car in which he was being held. Tobias Lehi Nagy, who is also wanted in connection with a series of unrelated slayings in the Northwest, is still at large, his whereabouts unknown. He is described as 5'5", bald, and reputedly a very generous tipper.
Ooh, Matt, I like that. I want that on my tombstone.
Which one? Generous tipper?
5'5", bald, and reputedly a very generous tipper.
You're not 5'5".
I'm not 5'5", no.
But still, close enough.
Thank you.
Little bit of trivia for this. I love the name Tobias Lehi Nagy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wondered, where did that come from? It's obviously a throwback to most killers or people that have assassinated famous figures always have three names for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But Larry Charles claims that it just came to him. He was just sitting there and he just, boop, came up with it. That photo, though, of Clint Howard,
genius,
that shows up during the news report. I just love that photo.
It's very grainy. He's waving, and he's in a real good mood in the picture.
Of course, he has to be smiling. It's so weird.
He did a great job.
He really did. Stand up.
The thing about LA to me that kind of threw me was when they have the smog alerts out there. And they actually recommend that people stay indoors during the smog alert. Now, maybe I'm way off, but wouldn't you assume that the air in the house pretty much comes from the air in the city where the house is? I mean, what do they think? We live in a jar with a couple of holes punched in the top? What the hell is going on out there? It's very strange. I mean, you realize it is now possible for parents to say to their children, all right, kids, I want you in the house and get some fresh air. Summer vacation, everybody indoors.
I gotta tell you, not a huge fan of this stand-up.
Oh.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm meh.
Nothing to... All right.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something you have to relate to.
I have no reference, maybe.
If you're in LA, maybe.
Unrelatable. You got anything?
No, it's just it's very much like looking at a topic through the lens of Jerry Seinfeld. You know what I mean? Like putting a little twist on a something that's normal. But yeah, no notes really. I didn't hate it, but yeah, it's okay.
It's akin to the you know how he says, "All right, kids, I want you in the house and get some fresh air." He talks about how in a later stand-up how being grounded is like being Amish.
Yes,
like you are Amish, young man, in your room. So that's kind of the feeling I'm getting here, which I love that bit, but this one doesn't really do it for me.
Ratings.
So, what do you think?
Let me start off by saying I think the second half of the trip is so much better than the first half. You get all these, the plot points are kind of, they come to fruition. You kind of see how the story develops, and we get these great jokes and great gags as a result. We see more of Clint Howard, who I absolutely love as Tobias Lehigh Nagy, which is, as you said, a fantastic serial killer name. Kramer being interrogated and losing it, as well as in the visitor center where he's, help me, you know. Two great moments for Kramer, as well as his gags in front of the mirror. We've touched on Jerry and George being childlike and these kids bickering back and forth and it being very humorous throughout the entire episode. But them in the back of the cop car, especially the "Hey Jerry, roll up your window for me" is a priceless bit. More importantly, I'm happy that Kramer and Jerry have kind of made up. They've made amends. They're back to where they belong, and they've made it back to New York. Everything's good. Keys are back in the right places. Still no Laney though, which makes me a little sad, but we'll get there. So I'm gonna give this episode 9 Milano cookies being eaten by cops out of 10.
Wow, nice. I have nothing to add to that. No, really, I don't, because everything you brought up, I love too. I actually really love this, the jokes and the scenes in this episode. I think they work well on their own, and they work a lot better than they did in part one, or the jokes that were in part one. But I am still having issues with the whole LA setting and the whole, unfortunately, I think what Larry Charles was trying to do with these episodes. I appreciate that, and I like something different in the Seinfeld world, and I'm glad we have these episodes that are in a different city, filmed a different way. But it just doesn't feel like a Seinfeld episode. It just doesn't. And Elaine's absence is definitely felt in this episode more, because this is, again, a second part without Elaine. And I think it'll really be felt in the pitch and the ticket next time. But I think this was a big step up, ultimately, from part one. So I'm going to give this 8 dill-flavored tuna fish sandwiches out of 10.
I think that's tarragon, Matt. All right, that's going to do it for us here on Seincast this week. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We have a Pinterest page, a Tumblr page, and an Instagram page.
And check us out on iTunes. We would love your rating and review if you haven't already. For those that have, thank you so much. Vinny, what are we discussing next week?
Next week, we'll be discussing the 3rd and 4th episodes of Season 4, The Pitch and the Ticket, where we'll be seeing the first appearances of Susan Ross and Russell Dalrymple.
Oh, Dalrymple. Dalrimpel.
Not even close.
Is with a Y?
No.
But for now, I'm Matt.
I'm Vinny.
Signing off.
Seincast is not endorsed by Castle Rock Entertainment, Sony Pictures, or NBC, and is intended for information and entertainment purposes only. The official Seinfeld site can be found at sonypictures.com/TV/Seinfeld. Seinfeld, the Seinfeld logo, and all names, pictures, and audio of Seinfeld characters are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Castle Rock Entertainment or their respective trademark and copyright holders.
Somebody got killed while they had me in custody.
Really?
Yeah.
You hear that? Somebody else was killed.
No kidding. Somebody else got killed?
Yeah, he was in jail. So you're free.
Yes, I'm free because the murderer struck again.